Hello everyone, today on the channel, it's time for Deck Academy. It's Deck Academy. So we actually made this deck, we recorded a video for our Gruul Midrange deck, and of course the video froze. We had this problem a couple of weeks ago. So unfortunately we have to record the play. We're not going to record the deck making because we made the deck already. But we're just going to explain the cards quickly. We have to record the gameplay. So this deck started out as a Gruul aggro deck and trying to put counters on this and making creatures have haste because this is a cool card. And we also wanted to keep it only alchemy and Kamigawa, but we did not have enough top ends, so because of that we managed to sneak in Vorinclex. Of course, it's the only non-Kamigawa or alchemy card in this deck. So it's an aggro creature deck. So as a 1-drop you have this guy because he does put counters which modifies creature, so it works with this. 2-drop we have 2 of these. If you're wondering why we only play 2 or 1 of something, it's because we don't want to waste wild cards, so we are playing with whatever we have. So we have 2 of these. We're testing 1 of this, we only have 1. Again, we don't want to waste wild cards. We only have 1 of these as well. We only have 1 of these because again we only got 1, don't want to use wild cards. Same for this and same for this, just to bring something back late game to put more pressure on the opponent. 4 of these, obviously. We have 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of this, just testing it out. It does give us land. We don't really need land, but it could give us a land, or it would give us a permanent, and we basically have mostly permanents except for the burn spells. And this guy, and of course this guy is very underrated in our opinion. It does give us a creature. Once we hit 4 lands, we can either get these on our hands, which again we only have 1, so we're just gonna play 1. We get these guys or another 1 of these. Once we hit 5 lands, it gives us a permanent, so it could give us Tibalt, which we have 2 of. It could give us these 2 guys. It could give us this Avenger guy, which we only have 1 of. Again, just testing it. This is just to put pressure, and if we give them haste, they're crazy. And this is again top end. We're just playing him because, you know, he just destroys people's lives, and he's the only, as we said, the only non-Kamigawa card. If we take him out, you could possibly play more of the other things. Maybe play 1 more Hot Spring, play 1 more Fable, or maybe 1 more Rahilda. The top end is pretty full, so I don't think we want to play more things in the top end. And the lands are just, you know, your random lands. So let's go ahead and see if we can get our wins as fast as we did before the previous video, which we said froze. Unfortunately, we had this problem 2 or 3 weeks ago and we thought it was solved, but apparently it's not solved. And the problem is that we don't know what is causing the freezing. We thought it would be, and of course this is not gonna cut it. 1 land hand is not gonna cut it. This is much better. We thought that it might actually be what do we think? Let's just cry. Sure. We thought that it might actually be YouTube when we try to upload the video, but as it turns out, it's not actually YouTube. It's actually something to do with the recording system. So it worked fine for 2 weeks, and for some reason today it didn't. So we kinda got lucky. Usually we don't check our recordings, but today we just on a whim decided to check the recording, and as luck would have it, we actually did notice that unfortunately it froze midway through. So the problem is we have to record this video, spend more time. We spend 1 hour recording that video. So it's very annoying to say the least. It's also one of the reasons why we said we are only uploading 3 videos a week now instead of 5. Mostly because we don't have the time. What on God's green earth is this person playing? I think we're just gonna get rid of this guy, so not gonna come back. Hopefully we top deck a 5th land to cast this guy's next turn. Doesn't make land, right? He just makes a creature. And yeah, we just don't have the time to be recording 5 videos a week, unfortunately. And also it's because of this problem that we had. Sometimes the video doesn't record. Sometimes one video did not have any sound. So that was really weird. But usually the videos have sound and they just freeze. There's just not enough time. We're not gonna lie, there's just not enough time in the day, in the week, for us to be able to continue. We have done this for 2 years. 2 years we did not miss a weekday. 5 videos a week. Of course we don't draw the 5th land after we use Boseiju because such is arena. It's too much to ask to get a 5th land. So yeah, that's the way it is. Unfortunately, starting in April this month, we will be just making three videos a turn. I mean, 3 videos a week, not a turn. Okay, can we top deck a 5th land? Apparently not. Opponent is playing some kind of mono red deck. We don't even know at this point. Okay, well, there's our 5th land. That's convenient. Oh, we don't have any other permanents. What on God's green earth is the opponent playing? Do we want him? They're probably gonna block. They don't block. Could get. Okay, they did block. We don't have any other permanent to get anyway. Why would they kill him? Guess. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Because we get to pump. Yeah, our opponent is playing very weird mono red deck. Very weird. Sure. Let's just get this guy down. Wow, we had 4 lands coming up. That's just weird. Tibalt is underrated. Like, we had a lot of commentary because we re-recorded this video, so that's why we're kind of quiet, unfortunately. Tibalt is very underrated, actually. Just not seeing play right now. Are they gonna cast a damage spell? No. What? Okay, you can attack us for 5. Let's just kill it. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play against other decks. I think opponent just doesn't know what we're playing. They just don't know what they're dealing with. So we could have played the pop first, but we didn't have enough mana, so we actually wanted to play this first. I mean, we can play the pop and actually pump it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess they want to copy this and deal massive amounts of damage. So let's try to kill Calamity Bearer. They could take 4 damage, but I don't think that's a good idea, because they might just be dead. They might just be dead if they take the 4 damage. Yeah. Okay, they're dead anyway. Yeah, we're in unranked as usually, as we know. We always test the Destiny unranked, not in rank play, and obviously the opponent usually have some very interesting decks. Sometimes we get top of the line tier 1 decks, against which we usually lose, because again, we just made this deck to test it. Every Monday we make new alchemy decks with standard cards. We haven't made standard decks since alchemy came out, because here on the channel we believe alchemy is the future and it's going to continue, so we might as well try to stick to making alchemy decks. I mean, that's all we're gonna say about that. We don't really want to get into arguments about if alchemy is good, if alchemy is bad. That's neither here nor there. The point is alchemy is getting pushed quite a lot by wizards, so it's going to continue to work, and they're gonna have to start having a lot of alchemy tournaments. You're gonna have to spend a lot more resources on getting alchemy cards, and that's all there is to it. That is all there is to it. So now we finally get to play against more competitive deck, I guess. Adventure deck. We don't have a lot of burn, we only have 5 burn spells. So it's gonna be difficult for us to beat this deck. We could play more burn spells, but again, we're keeping this just on the down low. Do we actually want to discard any of these? No. Let's ninjutsu this guy. We get a burn spell? No, we got Rahilda. Rahilda is a good. Rahilda is good. Wow, they are 3 colors. So is this... It looks like they're playing the... I mean, this is what happens when you play this format. This is what happens. Sometimes you get new decks, people testing decks. Sometimes you get the best decks in the format, like the adventure deck, because the opponent wants to play the best decks in the format. Which is fine. Get rid of that dude. Let's attack. Make more treasure tokens to possibly cast this guy. They probably want to block this guy. That's fine. We're gonna get more creatures from him. We are playing one of the best cards in the format, which is Reflections of Kiki Jiki. He can copy a lot of stuff. He can copy this, although that doesn't do much. He can copy this guy and get us another card. He can copy a lot of stuff. Fortunately, these things are gonna start flying soon. Right about now. Ouch. Okay, he can't copy anything. Yeah, we do need removal. We have 5 removal spells. I mean, we managed to draw 1. Managed to draw 1 only. We should play more. We could possibly play a braid. We can possibly play a couple of braids. It's just a question of what creature we're gonna take out. Because of the fact that we don't have enough removal. We just don't have enough. He's gonna make a guy. Next time he can pump stuff, and if this guy is still alive, we can actually make a dragon token. We can't play this because we have 1 in play. I'm not sure why Arena keep asking us to play this. Okay, so he's gonna pump 2 things. And then we can attack. Okay, he's gonna kill. We can't make a dragon token because opponent always have the answer. For some reason, they always have the answer. Sure. Oh, we finally get to kill this annoying adventure guy. Actually, no, we can deal 1 damage to him too. Kill him and kill him. Because the Molten Impact. The 1 Molten Impact in our deck is doing God's work for us. And that's about it. I guess this deck was not really the pro deck. There's our second win. I mean, if we don't face tier 1 decks, because this is unranked, if we don't face tier 1 decks, we can actually smash through, because this deck actually has a lot of synergy. Not sure if we mentioned it's supposed to be a mid-range deck. It looks like it's aggro. It's actually not that aggro, although we do have 20 something creatures. It's a mid-range deck, but it's a very synergistic deck. Not with this hand, but who knows, maybe we top deck Rahilda or something. Again, we don't have a lot of 4-offs for the 2 reasons that we mentioned at the beginning of the video. Number 1 is because we don't want to waste rare and mythic wildcards. Number 2 is because we are not sure. I mean, we're just testing the deck, so we're not really, how to say, going in deep with this deck. Okay, this opponent is doing crazy stuff. Opponent is doing crazy stuff. Yeah, so the deck has a lot of synergy, and it does not necessarily need to have a lot of big things. I mean, it doesn't need to have playsets of everything. That's the part that we wanted to discuss before. Not every single deck needs to have playsets of stuff. You can get away with 1-offs and 2-offs, and of course 3-offs. The cards that are most important in the deck, you probably want to have 4-offs, usually 1 or 2 drops, like these guys. Removal, we don't have a lot of removal, so we do want to have 4-offs. We would play maybe 1 or 2 or more of those molten 4 damage sorcery things, but the problem is they are sorceries, but the extra damage could be good. Sure. Well, we don't want to discard anything actually. We gotta get rid of the reality chip because we have a feeling this is a combo deck. Trying to work our way to 6 mana to cast the Klex, and that should speed up our opponent's demise. They seem to be playing some kind of combo deck again. Okay, we're gonna kill this too. Also, they seem to be stuck on 3 lands, which is unfortunate. Unless they play another land now. But... okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. We can't do 15 damage to them. We cast this and we give this haste. We can copy this. We're gonna try it. We're gonna give them 1 turn with the reality chip. Copy this because we want to make more mana to cast Vorinclex next time. And after we cast Vorinclex, we can put 2 counters on it with this and give it haste. And that's basically the end of the game. So they get 1 turn to look at the top cards and play something from the top. Do they have enough mana? No, they have to pay 4. They don't have 4 mana. We kind of basically want them to tap out so we can get our 6/6 plus 2 counters 8/8 Vorinclex out. What do they want a portable hull? Probably this guy? Or him? Sure. Why wouldn't they portable hull this? This is the best card in on our board. Yeah, that's a lot of... I guess we can't kill them even with the Vorinclex at 8 because they're just gonna absorb all the damage. And this doesn't copy Vorinclex unfortunately because it's legendary. You can just copy this again. Actually, Vorinclex is gonna be 7 because it's the next creature cast plus 2 counters. That's 9. 9 is not enough to get us through. Yeah, enough unlimited blasts. But the good news is they are tapped out. Yeah, it's gonna be 7. Plus we put 2 counters on it. Fortunately we can't copy with this. But he is just gonna copy him. Oh, it's game. Yeah, they don't wanna go through with this. If they block the Klex, they lose all their creatures. And they take... I don't know, just gonna take 5, they're not gonna die. So there you have it, unlimited with this deck. Unlimited, what are we talking about? Undefeated. 3-0. So thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe for more MTG content videos.